woman's brain and a man's brain? Like, can you imagine if we went inside?
Okay, let's go inside and discuss how men and women's brain differences may not just be biology. They can be shaped by how much gender inequality there is in your country. Take this study, for example, which scanned the brains of nearly 8,000 adults across 29 countries and found that the more gender equal a country is, the more similar men's and women's brain look. For example, in countries such as Finland, Sweden, and the Netherlands, men and women showed little to no differences in cortical thickness, which is how thick the brain's outer layer is. But in countries with higher gender inequality scores such as India, Turkey, and South Africa, women seem to have a thinner outer brain layer than men, especially in brain regions important for regulating and processing stress and emotions. This gender inequality brain relationship wasn't seen across the whole brain. For example, in areas like the hippocampus, cortical thickness in men and women's brain looked pretty similar regardless of the country's gender inequality. So if it is gender inequality driving those differences, more inequality may specifically target brain regions important in regulating stress. Overall, this study reports an association, so you can't confidently say that the country's gender inequality is causing these brain changes. I think for a complete story, inequality will likely matter, but so do hormones, mental health, and lifestyle, and those weren't fully taken into account in this study. Ultimately, some of the differences we see between men and women's brain may just be social rather than just biology, meaning that these can be amplified or reduced by the environments we live in. There are the limitations to the studies that I discuss in the caption, but what are your thoughts? I'd love to know them and find out more about where you grew up. Please leave a comment.